Have you ever wondered what happens to all of the leftover food after a concert or a sporting event inside your favorite arena? Well, One Valley nonprofit is doing its part to help rescue the leftovers, reduce waste, and help feed those in need of extra food.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night. Oh, hi, yeah.
So I met Maria, I think almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and it was just a phone call. Someone from an organization called and said, hey, we've got some food that needs to be picked up from a Suns game. Didn't know if you would be interested. And I was like, well, what does that look like? I didn't even know. I'd never heard of Musically Fed. I didn't know. And she said, well, you would pull up and then they would load the food in your car and off you would go. And I said, okay, we did our first pickup and it was great.
Meet Ginger McLamb. She is the director and one of the founders of 7th Street Food Pantry and Outreach in Phoenix.
In came Maria and Musically Fed in that moment, and I was like, hey, I think that if we took this stuff and we packaged it and we froze it, dated it, labeled it, put it together what it could be a meal.
Musically Fed came in at a time when Ginger needed it most. The food she was getting from one of her local vendors was phasing out.
I was grateful that, God knows what I need more than I know, and oftentimes before I do, and there she came. It's been a great partnership from then on. She's an amazing woman that has such a large capacity.
Maria Bruner is the founder and director of Musically Fed. Her nonprofit is dedicated to engaging the music industry to fight hunger by rescuing and repurposing unused tour catering.
So it's been around 7 years now, and I started it because my husband was a Vietnam vet. I didn't really know that part of his life, and he has since passed away. So I wanted to do some sort of giving back. So I work in the entertainment industry, and I saw back then the waste. So we started here with U2 and Kenny Chesney and said, can we give this a try? And working with Live Nation, we've been so blessed by Live Nation overall with what we're doing, that we were given access. The we was me for a long time. And then we just learned how to do it. And so we do it nationwide, but our hub is obviously Phoenix. We work with Arizona Financial. We work with Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater, and we work with Footprint. We're very involved with Innings Fest and Extra Innings Fest, the festival in Tempe.
While Musically Fed's partners have grown to include more artists, promoters, management, and venues hosting concerts and sporting events across the country, so are the organizations they're helping out.
Here we have 12 entities we're working with, especially Ginger and Matt with 7th Street. Pantry, they do a phenomenal job, and they do take care of a lot of veterans, which is important to us. We have volunteers that work backstage, literally moving the food that's in heavy hotel pans into other disposable pans, getting it wrapped, storing it temperature-wise, either hot or cold, and then sending an inventory to the outlet that's going to be receiving it. We become lurkers, if you will, of how's it going with dinner, to just make sure that if it doesn't need to be tossed, don't toss it. We'll rescue it.
She is so genuine, and she's so passionate about what she does, and that she really wants the end result to be the benefit of others that unfortunately maybe aren't feeling like they're benefiting from a lot. It's about giving somebody an upper hand, that maybe feels like their hand's empty. She wants to fill it, and I think that's awesome.
I'm glad we're here to help, but everybody could do this on their own, just by being educated as to a drop-off or if people need something.
I would love to be put out of business. I'm sure Maria would love to be put out of business. I would love for there not to be another hungry person, ever. But that's not, unfortunately, the reality and the society that we live in right now. So connecting with people like Maria, what she has done is she's taken, honestly, really the excess from those that have more than enough. And she's found a way to funnel it to those that are just trying to have enough. And I think that's key.
Musically Fed is looking for volunteers all across the valley, so if you like what you saw and want to get involved, check out the link below to get all the details on how you can help out.